Hey, Rain Car Wash team members. This is Jacob here with an important video that's going to train you on how to do the point position at our car wash. This is a very important service position at our car wash. It is the first person that our guests see when they arrive at the wash. This team member is responsible for actively supervising all the pay lanes here. You got pay lane 1, you got pay lane 2, and just behind the camera we have pay lane 3. Your job is to not only manage these pay lanes, but address any safety concerns, provide menu options, and collect payment, and also making sure that vehicles are lined up in an orderly fashion. We want to make sure that people can get through quickly and efficiently. So this is the best place for the point person to stand. Really between pay lane 1 and pay lane 3, you're welcoming people in as they come to the wash. As you have people pull in, if they choose pay lane 1, you can direct their attention up to the first kiosk and help people at kiosk 2. We want to help people in the order that they were received. So I'm going to go over some of the critical responsibilities of the point position. These are things that you want to take note of and practice throughout your shift as the point person. First, you're going to be watching the member lane for any errors that may happen. We want to make sure that all of our members are processed and getting through easily and safely. Number 2, we want to make sure we're proactively communicating the Keep It Safe information. As you can see here on the kiosk, we have the Keep It Safe information right on the screen. And then if you're working inside the pay lane, we also have it here on the window. Make sure you direct the guest's attention to the Keep It Safe screen so that they know that any previously damaged, loose parts, aftermarket parts, they need to be responsible for those.
Jake, if I could just add in on that, this is something we've emphasized many times, but we need to make sure that our guests have the opportunity to actually review it for a moment. We never just want to show them it and hit accept right away. It really is something we want to afford them a few moments to review it. Again, whether it's at the kiosk and importantly, as you pointed out, at the cashier lane, because it's important we do it at the cashier lane. That's why we have the sign there. We don't want to forget to do it in either place to make sure people understand items that they need to be concerned about as they go through the wash. And we want to make sure we tell them, are you all set with that? Is this all clear before we hit accept or have them hit accept, correct?
That's a great call out. You do have the accept button here. I always ask customers, just take a moment to review this. Let me know if you have any questions. It allows them the chance to read that with no pressure. They can go through the things that they may be responsible for. Number 3, this is a very crucial question, probably the most important question that you will ask in the point position, is asking people if they've washed with us before. It's very important that if they have not washed with us before, that we set expectations. Including the safe loading procedures, and also what they can expect when they come around to load the vehicle. I can't stress this enough. It's so important that we communicate to our guests what the loading procedure will look like. When it's their turn to load, they will be welcomed into the facility. They will be stopped just before the belt. The car will be inspected, prepped, and then they will be loaded. When you do that, you are giving the tunnel boss a tremendous advantage at his position. And when we go over that position in another video, you'll see how important that is as we welcome guests into the facility for the first time. So always, always, always ask people, have you washed with us before? If they have not, make sure that you set the expectations. Talk about the Keep It Safe sign and also let them know about safe tunnel procedures. Step number 4, we're going to talk about, we want to communicate to the tunnel team or the boss any potential issues, retracts that they need to be watching out for, rewashes, first timers. These are all crucial pieces of information that we need to get to the tunnel boss to arm him with that information so that he can process the car correctly. So for example, if you got a car that's got a lot of damage on it, you let them know about the Keep It Safe screen. The car wants to, the person wants to continue to wash. we need to make sure that the tunnel boss is aware of that vehicle.
If there are items in the truck bed, right? If there's a trailer hitch, these are the kinds of things that you can proactively communicate to the tunnel boss to make sure they're aware of it. They should always pick up on it as part of safe loading, right? The tunnel boss, but it always goes a little extra to help us avoid problems by communicating that in advance, one to the guest and two to the tunnel boss, right? So everybody's on the same page about any potential issues.
Great points. Number 5, providing the menu options, including membership offers in lane 1 and lane 2 always. These are our opportunities to upsell washes and also sell memberships. So as we go through the start screen, we'll always show people the single wash items first. And after we show them the single wash menu, it's important to let the guests know that they can get that particular wash, whether it's the $17, the $22, or the $26. They can get that wash as often as they'd like if they sign up with an unlimited membership. If they say yes, you go through the membership sign up. If they say no, that's fine. You go ahead and help them pick out their single wash.
And Jake, just to reiterate on that point, I mean, we'll provide more details on what we believe are best practices for selling memberships and any wash for that matter in a separate video, but it is a critical part of the points job out here at the pay lanes, right?
Yes. Yep. Lane 1 and 2, these are going to be your opportunities to sell memberships. Another responsibility, number 6, the point person, making sure that everybody in the turnaround is lined up correctly. You'll often see people, they're on their phones, they're not paying attention, and we start to log jam in the turnaround, and it doesn't really give us the throughput that we're looking for. People can't move up to the pay lanes, gates won't close. So a critical position here is that you're actively moving around the pay lane area and you're having people move up. Have them, you can move them up nice and close. We want to make sure people can fit through the pay lane so then the next customer can come in and begin the transaction process. And then lastly, when we're not processing customers out here at the pay lanes and greeting guests, there's always something to be done inside. This is where we ask the point person to take care of the office facility. So the flight deck, the bathroom, the upstairs break room should always be clean and tidy. So when you're not out here assisting guests, have a rag, have some spray ready, and go through the downstairs area, use the vacuums. You can do it. I can tell you right now, you can do it in between cars. It'll take you 40 seconds to wipe down surfaces, run the vacuum across the floors. Keeping the facility looking nice and tidy not only presents a nice guest experience should they come into the office, but allows us to enjoy a nice, clean, free, and tidy facility at all times.
Yeah, Jake, 100% on that. Just want to add a couple of quick things or emphasize a few points that you made as I listened along. One is where you're standing, right? So it's pretty important that the point really is standing where you are, right. Lane 2. And this is for a very specific reason. If you need to assist a guest at lane 2, you're there for them, right? If someone pulls up at the cashier window and you'd otherwise be inside, you can move them forward just like you're doing to the kiosk at lane 1. You can ask them to put their passenger side window down when you're standing where you were and say, hi, are you just buying a single wash or how can I help you? Lots of times they don't realize they can do all their transacting at the kiosk, and there's a kiosk at lane 1. So you can really multitask, serve a guest in lane 2 that might need assistance, and move a guest forward to the kiosk. Obviously, if they need assistance at the pay window, then you can also communicate that to them through their passenger window so that they can wait while you serve the guest in lane 2. But really the job is all about monitoring lane 2 and lane 1, moving folks up to the kiosk. And as you said, critically, also not forgetting to monitor the member lane. If someone is sitting there, the gate isn't opening, you need to be conscious of that at all times. Go over and provide assistance. Maybe LPR isn't working. Maybe RFID isn't working. And then lastly, as you said, if there is a log jam, right, because someone's on their phone or what have you, you also have to be aware of that. It's kind of like the quarterback out here at the pay lanes, making sure all lanes are moving along, all traffic is moving along into the tunnel, right?
Yeah, all really great points. You're out here, you're managing all the traffic. You're always giving our guests someone to talk to have them assist with any type of issue that might come up. and then you're also communicating to the team inside. So I hope you find this very helpful. This is the position, the point position. So if you have any questions about it, there's documentation in Trainual. We will update it frequently. But this is the point position. We will capture the tunnel boss in alpha and other videos. Thank you.